I'm sure you've heard lately that this Disney thing, star of upcoming Disney live action remake, begs fans to embrace it as its own story. It's mostly about Lilo and Stitch. I like to call her Lilo. Lilo and Stitchy Boo. But people are really cool with Stitch being live action because he's a blue alien. But people are freaking out about the fact that Rachel Zegler is not as white as Snow White, and that the dwarves look kind of nightmarish with CGI nightmare fuel with good old Snow White. But I don't know why everyone's always upset about like the recasting, like Halle whatever. Halle Berry, is that her name? The one who played Little Mermaid. I don't see what the big deal is. You want to recast all the things? Go ahead, recast every part. I don't care. I don't care if Hawaiians play white people. I don't care if white people play Hawaiians. I don't understand why everyone's always bent out of shape. That's what acting is supposed to be like. Like you act. You don't have to be like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I spent so much time in Shakespeare that in Shakespeare it's quite common to have like a white person play Othello or a black person play Hamlet or Macbeth. Like Denzel Washington played Macbeth. Macbeth is Scottish. Macbeth literally means son of light. I mean, like it's it didn't matter that Denzel Washington played Macbeth to me. Zero amounts. So I don't really see all of the people getting upset about different Marvel Universe people being played by different races, or I don't get it. But I do have misgivings about some of these things, and I'll tell you in a second what I got a problem with. But I hope they embrace it as its own story when they make these live action films. Sometimes I think people hold on to what the other one was. Yeah, because it's a remake. People are like, well, why are you comparing it to the original? Because Disney keeps remaking the old shit. Like it's good the way it is. Why are they making all these live action remakes? Just to cash in? I mean, they're making a Mufasa, like a prequel, like these are the events that occurred before the Lion King. I don't need to know how Mufasa rose to power in the Lion Kingdom. It doesn't matter to me. I don't know why people line up for this shit. There's Stitch. He's buried in the sand. He's like a little evil teddy bear looking monster. Was he furry? Was he a furry animal? I kind of assumed that he was like kind of a smooth animal. I thought he was like the skin of a catfish. I thought Stitch, but there you go. Lilo, and Stitch. They remade Dumbo. They remade Little Mermaid. They remade The Lion King. Snow White has a much bigger battle on its hands, and now it goes into why everyone hates the idea. Sees Rachel Zegler taking on the title role and has constantly been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Racial backlash, complaints about the CGI versions of the Seven Dwarves. I mean, look at this. This is this is what it looks like, and they seem like they're because Rachel Zegler is a light-skinned woman, but it seems like I don't know what they're doing here. It doesn't matter to me at all. But I guess my issue is the remake. Why are you remaking these things with people? And it seems like such a sellout thing. Like, let's remake them with different races, even though Hans Christian Andersen, that's an old folk tale of Little Mermaid, was an old folk tale from Hans Christian Andersen. Snow White is Schneewittchen, which is an old German folk tale. Now, if you took a white person and you put them in an old Latin American folktale, you in 2025, I know that's happened a lot, stuff like that, but in 2025, I think you get in trouble for that. I think you get in a lot of trouble for that. So I get why people are like, they just don't like it. But I think they're onto it for the wrong reasons. They're all upset for the wrong reasons. So I did a little AI Google search about all of the Latin American stories, the folk tales that could be turned into Disney movies, okay? Why wouldn't you take all of these untold stories and put them into make Disney movies out of these incredible folk stories that exist? There are plenty of stories that aren't being told. I think it's more offensive that They're retelling the same tired German fairy tales. I don't need to hear the same tired German fairy tales over and over and over again. Or Dutch. I mean, Hans Christian Andersen is Dutch, but whatever. Or is he Dutch? I think whatever, man. Old Central European white fairy tales. Why do they keep retelling them? There are amazing stories from all over the world, folk tales that could be turned into Disney movies. And here are just a few. You have mythic creatures and supernatural themes, moral dilemmas and character development, cultural significance, bringing these stories to life on screen. They can share important aspects of Latin American cultures and heritage with a wider audience. So this is a result of my conversation with a chat bot. Okay, depending on the story chosen, filmmakers can create horror, drama, fantasy, or even comedic films. Look, as we've found out, Disney can make a Disney movie out of anything that they want. So there's La Llorona. A grieving mother condemned to eternally search for her lost children haunts a river or town, creating a chilling ghost story with elements of maternal love and tragedy. That could be just like Washington Irving's Disney version. Remember of Sleepy Hollow? Try La Llorona. Why would you remake Sleepy Hollow and just replace the characters with other races? Make a good movie to express and further our culture. Like further our culture. Progress. Like I think it's way more racist to tell the same old white story over and over and over again, as if white culture is culture. And it is not. It is not. We need to start celebrating global culture. A Disney movie of La Llorona would be incredible. There's El Chupacabras. We all know about the Chupacabra. Why can't there be a cute Chupacabra? There could be like Stitch. Stitch could be a cute Chupacabra, right? Like we can make it's rumored to drain the blood of livestock becomes a source of fear and intrigue in a rural community, leading to a mystery thriller narrative. Perfect. I can make a Disney movie out of that. If you can make a Disney movie out of a witch that gives a beautiful young woman poisonous apples and then turns into a dragon in the end. Doesn't she turn into a dragon in the end? Somebody turns into a dragon in the end, or maybe that's Sleeping Beauty. It doesn't matter. Dragons, chupacabras, we can do it. Let's make chupacabra movies. Stop making European dragon movies. You know what I'm saying? La Tunda, a creature from Colombian folklore, often depicted as a seductive woman with dangerous intentions, could be adapted into a psychological horror film exploring themes of temptation and deceit. Disney explores Scar. Scar in the that's a temptation and deceit. He deceives Mufasa and pays for the consequences for his treachery. I mean, why couldn't we do this? A seductive woman, dangerous intentions, La Tunda. El Coyote and the Rabbit. That sounds like a Disney movie already? A classic trickster tale where a clever rabbit outsmarts a coyote, offering potential for a comedic adventure with some clever plot twists. We have the fox and the rabbit from Song of the South, and Song of the South was so racist. They're never going to remake Song of the South. So why not use El Coyote and the Rabbit? That could be a Disney ride. We can have a ride there. You know, like at the Disneyland of the rabbit escapes the coyote, or I don't know, man. I'm just spitballing. I'm just spitting on some balls here. Pedro de Urdemalas. Pedro de Urdemalas, a mischievous character known for his antics and clever schemes, could be used to create a comedic adventure film with a roguish protagonist. Pedro de Urdemales, man, I love. See, this is this type of thing we need. We need Latin American folk tales turned into Disney movies. Stop pandering in the worst way. Like, hey, let's take a white story written by a couple German brothers and cram it in your faces. Like, it's done. You did that movie, man. Back then, all the German folktales were being made. Bambi was a German folktale. Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. They were all German folktales. Märchen, fairy tales. We don't need to do them anymore. It's over, man. Disney, move on, man. This isn't Brave New World. We got so many cool stories around the world that are begging to be told. Begging to be told. These are good stories, and they're in the public domain already because they're old as shit. So stop making remakes and start making fresh shit from old stuff. Come on, Disney. Oh, Bartleby. Oh, humanity. That would be good. Bartleby the Scrivener. Bartleby the Scrivener. If you want to make Bartleby the Scrivener Disney movie, that's what I want.